Hey, this is MassX with a brand new Yu Yu Hakusho Slugfest video. Yes, and before we get into the nitty-gritty of what this video is going to be, I want to remind everybody, when you log in under notices, under redeem codes, they will always have the current redeem codes, and there's currently 8 of them in the game, so make sure you don't sleep on that. It'll even walk you through how to redeem. Now, I know things may look a little different on my screen. I do a forced rotation, so it's in landscape mode. I think it actually looks okay, so I play this way, at least on my tablet. So if you can deal with that, fine and dandy. Another thing I want to bring to everybody's attention before we talk about how to quick power up your account is when you get to, I believe it was level 40, they have something they didn't have before when I played this game, which I'm so excited about, and that is getting through dailies quick. They're on that side where you see Botan's head that was sticking out. You can go through and do most your dailies through a quick execution. I love quality of life, especially into idle games and collectors such as this. So that's a big plus. So know that when you get to that level 40, that you will have this option to save yourself a lot of time. But a lot of people want to know, how do you quick level your account? Well, of course, you could spend a shit ton of money, but that's not why we're here. We're here about what's the most important things to do when you are leveling up your account. Now, real quickly here, I'm going to give the stuff that is the obvious one. Make sure people are really sticking to, and that is, you want to stick to, make sure you're following your chapters. That's going to push you through story, both easy and hard. It's going to push you through the AFK area. It's going to have requirements. You need to be pushing through the chapters. That is the most effective way to hit everything. Plus, it will show you the stuff that you need to learn as you're opening up the account for your characters. Now, before we look at the characters, look at some of the things on the side. When artifacts open up for you, one of the best ways to get a ton of power to your account is by just opening up the different artifacts. Each artifact is going to give a major boost, not as much when you double them up, but once you get the availability to start opening artifacts, you want to jump in and do that, because that will give you a lot of power in your account. And again, I'm not talking about starring them up again. That's at your choice. What I would recommend is Banshee Shriek Sword. Huge big plus. You will use that long time in the game. I particularly like Cape of No Return because of its skill manipulation. And Crystal Tears is also very good because you're going to get team healing as well as 10% more damage stacked. But again, pick and choose from what you got. Make sure though you're opening them up individually first. Opening them up all will give you a big boost to your account. Omamari, which you will get as you progress each level in the game in your guild section. If you're in a guild, this is where this area is going to be able to acquire not only what you need to farm them, but the area to farm them. So it's important to be in a guild. If you happen to be on server 13, that is what I am on, and we have a guild in here under Masho. That's not completely spelled out, but you'll be able to find it for you. Of course, MASESQ is the team leader. Infant is in there also. So we're always looking for new players. So if you are on this server, go ahead and jump in and apply. If we have space, we will take you. But you want to make sure you're doing this, as well as once you attach them, and the best right now you can really get are these orange ones. You're also going to want to cultivate. You will get these from different areas of the game. Just go ahead and keep using them, and we'll keep adding BP to your. Now, the other area is under the assist tab that I really want to talk about right now. First off, in your assist area, as you level up more and more, it's going to open up slots where you're going to be able to get power boosts from characters. And as you will see, I'm getting a base stat boost right now of 2.5% from Genkai. It will show you who's the best to do. There's lots of them. As you go more levels on up, you will be able to unlock further areas, and that will also help out those particular characters in those areas. So don't sleep on this area, and look for the red dot, because that will tell you you've got a better character to slot in over somebody else. The gallery section, as you get characters, you will be able to get stats from those characters, and as you dupe them up, you'll be able to get more stats on those characters. So make sure you're going in here, unlocking who you have, and getting those stats. It's quick and it's painless. And as you SP up characters, be it true URs or ones you level up from either SSR or SR, you are also going to be able to get points for your star chart that you're going to be able to apply. So don't sleep on that either. It will give you some bonuses. The Flaming Soul Blessing area, you will just acquire these through different areas very slowly, so I would not worry about that. If you see you can open one up, you'll do that to get a little extra stats, but nothing staggering, especially for that first level. Millennium Tree is going to open up at different levels for you. Once you max it, you have to wait till you get to the next level, but it will give you some stats universally, so make sure you're also doing that. Your team rating will also help improve your stats. Not a huge amount. It'll happen by level. Same thing. Once you can do it, just make sure you're popping it to get those stats. There will be other areas that will open up, which I'll do further videos on for more the end game content. But for right now, we're focusing on early and mid game, building your account quick. Now, going into your lineup and looking at your different characters, I can show you all the different areas that you really want to focus on and what's the preference for those areas. So of course, you're going to have your upgrade. It's a quick upgrade area. When you level up again, you want to go in there and hit that quick upgrade button. It's that simple. Don't worry about it. You're going to have your enhance area, which the chapters will make you do this periodically as a reminder, but don't forget about it because it does give decent stats, as well as you can see here, a damage reduction will be coming in. So that always helps too. This you will just go ahead, and if you have no story to do, you can just sit there and it will show you what you need to go through to get what you need to level that up. So it's really simple. Your equipment area is a biggie, a very biggie, and it has lots of parts to it, okay? So with your equipment, you are going to be able to enhance them, and they're going to be different colors. You're going to be able to tier them up, as well as refine, and you are going to get soul energy down the road, of course, as you progress faster. So you want to make sure you are maximizing your gear as quick as possible, especially the enhance, especially the tier up. That's going to be easier. The refinement materials also come from the AFK area, but they will burn through much quicker. So you got to, I would start with who's your most important character, then who's your second most important character, and then push them up. I'm trying to get the plus 12 right now, but as you can see, this character is only on plus 8. But what's the priority? Well, it's a preferential thing, but I will tell you, for me, I prefer dodge rate first. That is your boots. So if I get that to 12, I'm going to get an extra dodge rate of 5%. Then there is your crit. That is what I would choose next, and that's your wristband. And then after that, it's pretty much a toss-up to what you need for your headband or uniform. But my preference is always boots and wristbands for information. Then you have soul energy, which is also going to increase the level, and you can continue to do this progressively, and it will change from blue, next is purple. Again, as you farm these resources, make sure you're doing it. It will boost up your characters and those slots. Now, when you open up the gem area, this is an area that is very particularly important because it has two modes to really help you out. One is, of course, you're going to get stats. And of course, early game, you still might be using some blue gems. But once you play more and more and more, you're going to acquire the orange and purple, quite a few of those. That's not going to be a big issue. So don't worry about that. But you're going to have different types that you're going to be able to use. Like you can see for this one, it has a set skill when HP drops below 60% for the first time, gain a 25% boost in final damage and final damage reduction. Now you really need to pay attention to the character you're using and what's going to benefit them most. For instance, for somebody like Kurama, you have a couple choices. I prefer the regen gems because of what that does in tandem with what the character does. But again, read your skills, see what you want to focus on the most importantly, and those are the gems you're going to want to use. You can use 2 of one set or 4. I'm going with 4 right now. Previously, when I played this game, it just mattered what I was doing with that character. But right now, we're still on early mid game. So to me, it's just more important. I want to get as many sets as I can. And then I can pick and choose as I test and push harder content in the game. But this area is very important, and you are going to want to enhance them, but only after you fill out all your slots. Okay, don't waste any of your gems, even your blue ones at first, until you feel comfortable with who you have filled in for all 6. Then I would prioritize orange to +8 first, and purple second, never blue. Now you're also going to notice each particular character has their own specific, I call it, weapon that you can enhance. Again, with this area, it's very helpful to your character, but with a big caveat and but. You want to start with who's going to be your most important focal point character that you're not going to see go away. Because with a lot of stuff in this game, such as your equipment, where you interchange putting characters in, you can't do that, of course, with the weapon that's personalized to your character. So you want to go with characters that you think you're going to be using long term, somebody that's going to be your focal point. So that's why for this one, you don't see me leveling it up. As much as I like this particular character and really like the Doctor, he's going to be a niche character. He's going to be used for certain content and certain times. So again, you won't see me focus on his particular weapon, but somebody like Yu Yu Kurama, I know I'm going to be using for a while. I used him in my old teams quite a bit. So I've already 3-starred that up, and I will begin to do that. And once you start to star it up and open it, you will have another area for these Sayors that you're going to be able to get more stats from. And if you're lucky enough down the road, there are going to be ones that are going to be specific to the characters with extra effects. Last but not least, because I don't want this video to go too long, is do not forget, under details of all characters, you're going to see a co-op area where you're going to be able to increase that based on if you meet certain requirements. It's another area to really help out your characters and power them up quickly. In the companion overview area, you can just open up any character and you can see. I recommend once every few days just opening up your companion area and just scrolling through, and if you have one that you can accept and push up, do it. It's real simple, really quick. But do that because it may help. Like here's a Yusuke where I may never use this particular character ever, the Iwamoto, but Yusuke, I may be that particular one, so I want to make sure I get those advantages. But that is it. I just want to give a quick overview on how to power up your count, what you need to hit. This is all for stuff right now at about a level 45 or under. And again, I'll do a subsequent video when the big gun stuff opens up at level 60 and above. So with that, as always, please like and subscribe. It helps a lot. Have a great day.